Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's a new day, a new project. We did the shiplap there. Take a look in the description for that video. Today we're putting up ceiling beams. We already got the first one in. I'm gonna make this short and sweet and show you how we're doing it. So the first step is scaffolding. You want scaffolding and you want at least one ladder that goes all the way to the ceiling. This is at least a two-person job. It's me and my friend Justin and my runner, wherever he went. My son, he's helping out. Yesterday we put these in. There is a stud that runs along the top of the drywall, the top of any ceiling. And these are custom made mild steel brackets with 3 holes. So I'm using SDS deck screws, which I love because they self-tap and they just go in real easy. And we have these proportioned where where we decided they were gonna look good inside the room based on the lines we're working with. So we put one up for our lengthwise on both ends, and then our crossways this. So now, the way that we're installing these are not box beams. These are just flat, and we're using flat because it's such a high ceiling, you're not even gonna notice a box up here. We're really just trying to get an extra accentuation of the height of the ceiling. And these are roughed cedar timbers that we bought and stained with gel stain and polyurethane coat. And we're putting these 2 crossways in first. These are just over 15 feet long. You can see on the ends, we cut them a little short to fit the bracket on the end. And then there's basically a dado joint, which we're gonna have to do some touch up on to fit the head of the screw on the inside there. Here we're in the middle. You can see that they're only being held by the ends right now. And so you wanna find some joists where you can tap into. Fortunately, we found some right in the center, and we found some right where the majority of the weight's gonna be where these cross members go in. And we're gonna use a helping hand jack that's gonna push this up and flush it up with the ceiling before we put more of those SDS screws in to hold them in place. Okay, got my helping hand installed, pressed up, got nice and flush. Time to get these extra SDS screws installed. All right, using my combination square and my spring-loaded punch, I followed the mark I put on the side here where the stud is, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a small divot where each screw goes. All right, got the first cross beam in, and well, we have a mounting plate just like these sides. We realized with the mortise on this side, we weren't gonna get that in the normal conventional way. So what we did is we pulled the bracket off and we just held it on. It's not screwed into the wall right there. In fact, it's these bolts on these that are going up into the wall. So if you're gonna do this, just your first 2 need to be screwed into the wall. The other ones, you probably wanna mark where they're gonna go in advance anyway, but they just need to go up through here. Now this one's cut a little short, and that's because we're hitting a 45-degree cross member there, and we don't want it sticking out past the edge of the lumber, so I cut it short, and it's gonna go right here. All right, got the first, I guess, third up, and if you look closely, we got our mortises ready to go, so we should just slide in there. And then that center beams, we're just gonna stick into a ceiling joist with a 15-gauge pin to hold it in place while we then align our other side, and then we'll slide them into each other. So update, after putting this up twice, we finally got it the right length. We had to cut it with the skill saw, which unfortunately made some tear out that we're gonna touch up. But we're just barely hanging in on these brackets, just temporarily. We have this one in place with a helping hand and a single 15-gauge brad and the stud over there. And we're gonna basically get this tapped over on each end with mallets till it's lined up to these mortises. And it's probably gonna be off by a little bit, so then we're gonna take our mallet and tap it over as needed till it lines up, and then move these into it, and then the hardest part's done. All right, well, got those tapped in alignment. You can see the mortises are ready to go, and this helping hand is holding them at the same level. It should just slide right in there when we smack these in the brackets the rest of the way. All right, update. This is the right side. Left side's ready to go. Justin's gonna get over there and smack that end, and I'm gonna smack this end, and they should go spagoosh. There it is, guys. All done. And I hope that was helpful. It really helps put those mortises in. We were very restricted on this ceiling because it had joists going this way for half of the ceiling and then joists going this way for the other half. Usually it's one way or the other, and you can just screw into those the whole way. So I do like the way it came out, and we definitely circumvented the issues of not having joists going the same way all the way across by putting those end plates in. Anyway, hope that was helpful. And if you like this video, check out the other ones in the playlist and on the channel. Carpenter by trade, DIY everything for fun. So please subscribe, like, and share the video, and stay tuned for more with that alert button. Have a great day. Take care.